Good afternoon, children. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now we'll start the next point. Key features of Indian Constitution. We know that our Indian leaders were greatly involved in the struggle for independence. They wanted to free our country from the clutches of Britishes. Also conducted several discussions on what type of constitution India needs. Then, in the year 1927, when Simon Commission arrived in India to decide the future form of constitution for India, at that time our Indian rulers boycotted Simon Commission as there was no single Indian in the commission. That is why it was boycotted. Then Indians wanted our free India should be ruled by the laws and the rules which will be made by Indians. So they wanted to develop their rules and laws themselves. And in the process, or as a result of this one process, in the year 1946, Constituent Assembly was formed, and it had as many as 300 people as members who met periodically for the next 3 years. That means till 1949. And when Indian Constituent Assembly was formed, it had a huge task before them. Many challenges were there. As I said earlier, India, we know that it's a multi religious, multi-cultured, multilingual. There is a huge diversity in the people's life. Again, partition of India created two different, we can say, countries, India and Pakistan. This was another problem. Then some of the princely states were there. They wanted to remain independent. So socio-economic condition of the vast mass of the people, all these problems were there, challenges were there before Constituent Assembly. Look at this slide. Constituent Assembly, it was created, established in the year 1946, whose president was Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and Constituent Assembly had several committees. In this picture, you can find Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who was a prominent member of Constituent Assembly, shown here. Then Baba Sahib Dr. Ambedkar, B.R. Ambedkar, known as father of Indian Constitution, is also called as architect of Indian Constitution. His contribution is immense, incomparable. All the members of Constituent Assembly, or prominently you can say Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who worked very hard, rose to the occasion and gave our country a visionary document in the form of constitution that reflects respect for maintaining diversity while preserving national unity. And final document, it also reflects their concern for eradicating poverty through socio-economic reforms, as well as emphasizing the crucial role the people can play in choosing their representatives. So we have a very nice kind of constitution given by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and members of Constitutional Assembly, that they worked very hard. Then the next slide we'll see now. Now the first feature of our Indian Constitution is federalism. Federalism means federal type of government. Federal means it refers to the existence of more than one level of government. Children, you know that we have union government which works at the center. At the same time, we have state government in every states, and both of them, they have their own independence. They have their own freedom to work and to administer the territories, but they are bound to follow the rules and laws which are mentioned in the constitution. And it's a union government who keeps control, or who keeps check, proper check on the way of working of the state government. As I said earlier, India is a country where we have vast number of communities, and it's a very huge country which is spread too far and wide. And to administrate such a country from the center, it was little difficult, and that is why it was important to have another level of government in the states, so that decisions could be made for that particular area. And that is why state governments were formed. Panchayat Raj system is the third tier of the government, we can say. Under federalism in the states, states are not merely agents of federal government, but they draw their authority from the constitution as well. All the persons in India are governed by laws and policies made by each of these levels of government. Children, whether it's a union government or state government, panchayat raj system or public, all of them have to follow the rules and laws which are mentioned in the constitution. Nobody can violate them, and if it is violated by anybody, then action can be taken according to the laws which are mentioned in the constitution. Such a nice constitution we have. Parliamentary form of government is the second feature. Children, we know that our constitution has guaranteed the universal adult franchise. That means all the citizens of age 21 and above, all of them are eligible to cast their vote. That means they can give their vote. They can elect their own representative. Understood? Means it's a people of India who elects their representatives, and they form representatives form the government on the behalf of the people. So it's a parliamentary form of government. This means that the people of India have a direct role in electing their representatives. And we know that every citizen of country, irrespective of his or her caste, color, any bias, can contest elections. And these representatives which are elected are accountable to the people. They have to work for the people. After getting elected, when somebody becomes MLA or MP, they have to work for the people. They have to solve the problems of the people, and they have to work according to the rules, laws which are mentioned in the constitution. So this was the second feature, parliamentary form of parliamentary form of government. So today we saw two important features of our constitution. First one was federalism. In that we saw how power was decentralized. Union government gives power to state government to form the government. State governments gives power to panchayat raj system. So our power is decentralized. Our type of constitution or government that we have, it allows most number of the people to take active part in the government. So this power is decentralized. Then second point we saw parliamentary form of government. In that adult universal adult franchise, we saw people elect their own representatives, and in this way they have direct role in forming the government. But the people who are getting elected, they have to work according to the laws which are mentioned in the constitution. This much we have seen. We'll see the next part in the next session. Thank you, and if you have any doubt, you can share your doubts to my personal number.